Hello all. In this question we are going to have a look at the relationship between Fibonacci sequence, in particular the ratio between two consecutive terms of the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio pi, which is root 5 plus 1 on 2, or you can write down 1 plus root 5 on 2. Okay, let's write down what is being asked. We need to find the limit for tn plus 1 on tn. So let me work in here, tn plus 1 on tn, and I know that tn, any term, is the sum of the two previous terms, which means I can write this one as tn plus tn minus 1, and you can clearly see that I'm replacing only the tn plus 1. Let me get a different color for just tn on the denominator. Now what I'm going to do is I'm individually dividing these two terms by tn. That will give us tn on tn, which is 1, plus tn minus 1 on tn. And then here we have exactly the same ratio that we had before. And we are talking about a limit here, so just keep that in mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this one so that it becomes 1 on tn minus 1, which means basically pulling this tn minus 1 as the denominator of tn. Then if I look at the left hand side, which is tn plus 1 on tn, the purple ratio and the ratio in here in the orange bracket, they are exactly the same, because as n goes to infinity, I would have tn plus 1 on tn pretty much similar to tn on tn minus 1. Doesn't matter what two terms you would use, any two consecutive terms when n goes to infinity, pretty much exactly the same. So we can treat this as a value called, let's say, k. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this equation again as k equals 1 plus 1 on k. Well, if you multiply both sides by k and then rearranged, gives us minus 1 equals 0. So once you rearrange, that's what you get, and you can solve for k using quadratic formula easily, which is in this case a negative b here, which is 1 plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. B is again negative 1, its square is 1, minus 4ac minus 4 times 1 times negative 1 plus 4, that gives you a 5 on 2a. A is 1. Now what we have to consider, whether it's plus or minus. Well, we know that k is the ratio between any two terms when n goes to infinity in the Fibonacci sequence, any two consecutive terms, obviously not any two terms, two consecutive terms. And then also we know it is started with positives here, 1 1, so it's increasing, therefore k has to be in this case positive. We know that one, hence we can write down k is our limit 1 plus root 5 on 2. This is in fact the golden ratio, which means the ratio between two consecutive terms in a Fibonacci sequence, the tn plus 1 on tn in that order, in that ratio, is equal to the golden ratio. Okay, hope that helps, and I'll catch you again in my next video lesson. Bye for now.